and welcome back to the RMTV Women's Podcast. This is episode 140. I'd like to do a disclaimer before we start. I am on my phone. Amy says it looks fine, and I'm taking her word for it that it looks fine. But if the angle's off or whatever, I do apologise. And also my Wi-Fi is terrible.
Being you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Also, my Wi-Fi, who knows what's going on with it? It's been an ongoing thing.
Meltdown. I get it because it's so hot.
I'm very hot. Amy asked me how I was feeling before this, and I said I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm hot. So they're not three good combinations, but I'm happy to be here.
Oh my! Episode 140, by the way. Like, these episodes are racking up. Like, do you remember when it was our 100th episode and we did that quiz for Tom?
Yeah.
No, maybe that was I can't remember. What?
No, that was last year. Yeah. I know, it's mad. I know. Do we do something special for like 150? Like, is that a thing?
I don't know, but we should also probably mention that we hit 3 years this week, which we haven't written on the agenda.
That was me. Yeah, I've just thought about it then. As I was saying 150, I was like, I should probably mention. Yeah, it was our 3-year anniversary on Monday.
Well done,
but, yeah, we got lots of lovely messages from a lot of people, so we were very appreciative. And like, thank you for all the support and stuff like that. It's been really good 3 years.
It has. If you could sum it up in one word, what word would it be?
Oof.
No, because the noise is horrific. There we go. Silence.
I'd probably say enjoyable.
Oh, okay.
Why is that not a good word?
Just a bit, yeah, isn't it?
Well, you only give me one word. Absolutely sensational. If I can have two, we'll hyphen it.
I'll have two because it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I brought it back.
You brought it back.
Why? What would you say?
God, it's hard, isn't it? Because I don't think one or two words can sum up that 3 years. Maybe
you can't say describe it in one word. I give a word, you say, oh, that's a crap word. I then change it, and then you go, it's hard to describe it in 1 or 2 words.
Maybe like achievement. Do you know what I mean? No? No, maybe just like...
I think enjoyable is better.
Yeah, enjoyable, like...
Amazing.
No, that's terrible.
Boss.
That would be on trend, but I don't know. It is hard to...
Good.
Like, fab.
Nice.
Great.
Lovely.
No, it's been... I quite like fun. I know it's a bit of a meh word, but like we have had a lot of fun over the 3 years. Like, yeah, I feel like sometimes, me and you just are like 100 miles an hour, full speed ahead, like episode after episode. We don't ever like stop and think. Like 140 episodes, 3 years. Like, when you think how much we've done in that, that's like unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That's my word.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Okay.
Enjoyable and unbelievable.
What about absolutely sensational?
Absolutely sensational, yeah.
Wow.
I say that when I'm being sarcastic.
I know. I did get sarcasm vibes from that, so maybe we don't use that one.
Anyway, let's dive in then. So obviously, big talking point, I think, for women's football at the moment is obviously the Tokyo Olympics have kicked off today. Obviously the women's football started a little bit earlier than everything else. So Team GB kicked off their campaign this morning, a 2-0 win over Chile, which is lovely. Great start to the tournament there. It's interesting. I think we've spoken about the Olympics like leading up to it, but I don't think we've ever actually like sort of explained like these are the matches, like this is what happens when it comes to like Team GB. So obviously there's 12 teams across the competition. The top 2 sides in each of the 3 groups will go through to the quarterfinals, along with the 2 best third place teams. So the winners of Team GB's group would take on a third place nation before potentially meeting the winners of the USA's group in the semi-finals. So, there could be like a nice little replay of a semi-final between England, but also, add a bit of Scotland in there and a bit of Wales, a bit of Ireland, whatever. And then obviously against USA would be a big game, that. But yeah, I think just on today's game, unfortunately we couldn't watch it due to the time difference. We were both in work. We couldn't watch the full 90 minutes. I did see one of Ellen White's goals. What?
I listened to it all.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
I was gonna put it on, then I was like, probably not the best thing to do in work. I wouldn't do that. So, but yeah, obviously Ellen White gets 2 goals to secure the win. Off to a great start for her. I think I want to go through the team selection because I'm not surprised, but then also there may be a few that you think, oh, okay. So obviously Ellie Roebuck in goal, that was a given. Lucy Bronze at right back, given. Steph Horton centre back, given. Millie Bright, given. Rachel Daly at left back is a bit of a bizarre one.
But they always play her, like internationally, they always play her at right back, and that's probably why she got in the team to begin with, because of the versatility.
Yeah, but then also you took Demi Stokes, who is a left back. Obviously, she's been injured a lot of the season, so you don't know what her fitness levels are like. But then, if you don't think that she can play, don't take her and have. But then leave a perfectly good left back and Alex Greenwood at home, because you're not going to play a left back especially in your opening game. You're going to play majority of a forward player when she's at a club at Houston Dash, but then play that left back for the Olympics for Team GB. It doesn't make sense to me.
No, it could be due to team selection though, because if I'm being honest, I don't know that much about Chile. They came back a little bit in the second half and gave England things to think about. I mean, majority of England just completely dominated the game, but maybe due to the fact that England knew that they were going to have most of the possession and wanted to get a good start in terms of scoring goals, you put in someone like Rachel Daly, who can defend to a very good level, but also can provide a little bit more going forward than maybe what Demi Stokes would. You might want Demi Stokes when you're coming up against, obviously, Japan or Canada, which will be in the next few days or whatever, where you're going to get a lot more attacking threats and you want someone more solid in that position as Demi Stokes. That's maybe like the thought process. I could be entirely wrong, but that's kind of how the way I would compute it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to look at it, I suppose. You then move into midfield. You've got Keira Walsh, Caroline Weir. Happy with that. Georgia Stanway, Kim Little, Lauren Hemp. I think is not a surprising one because she's a really good player. I really love Lauren Hemp as a player. But then there's the surprising element of leaving like Nikita Paris out.
Yeah.
Which I've seen a few people mention on Twitter. But then obviously Lauren Hemp really shone in this game. I think she had some really bright moments, and then obviously Ellen White up front as well, which is obviously a given as well, and obviously she got 2 goals. So, I think it's a good team. It's a good starting 11. I think they all kind of complement each other in a way. You've got your really defensive players, and obviously your back four, and then Keira Walsh being your CDM, and then that sort of allows like Caroline Weir and Kim Little to sort of be those little sparks in midfield to sort of break things up a bit and create some chances. So yeah, I thought I did enjoy the team selection. Obviously Rachel Daly is a mad one that we've mentioned, but we'll go with it. It did work well, so why not?
They won. I mean, the only thing is obviously Frank Kirby, I think, got a knock at the minute or something. I think he would have been in that squad. For who to replace, I have no idea. But that's also, when you think of the squad, the strength and depth of the Team GB squad, it's unbelievable, because you've got obviously Kim Little, who's come in from Scotland. You've got Caroline Weir, who's come in as well. Sophie Ingle, who's come in from Wales.
Yeah.
You think who you've already got? You've got Kira Walsh in there. You've got Georgia Stanway in there. You've got Frank Kirby in there. Lauren Hemp, obviously Lauren's more of a winger, but do you know what I mean? Like, you've got already so much depth in the England squad. Jill Scott as well, another one. So it's a tough job. It's tough to know what team to select. But obviously the one that
absolutely
the one that did the one that got the job done. So that's the most important one. I mean, you probably say out of the 3 of those games, Chile was the easiest one. But I mean, every game at the Olympics is a hard game because of so much what's riding on it. So it's they got the win with the selection that they picked. But I wouldn't be surprised if against Japan and Canada they go a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they play Japan this Saturday, the 24th, and then they play Canada the 27th. So whatever. Yeah, Tuesday.
But
you said Monday, and I was like, no, Tuesday.
No,
you probably.
I said Tuesday.
You're definitely right. I think for Japan, there might be maybe 1 or 2 changes. I think that's probably like a really tough group. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this competition. I think it'll be good. To stay on theme with the Olympics, obviously there was a few games today. USA v Sweden being one of them.
Dun, dun, dun.
I do like to keep an eye on the USA team. I do enjoy. I think their content's really good, like in terms of like their Instagrams and stuff like that. Like, I just enjoy what they post. So I was very surprised to go on Instagram and see that they got beat 3-0 by Sweden. I did not expect it, but I think the big headline is that now ends their winning streak. So they went 44 games unbeaten, which is a really, really good run. Like, amazing. But also not surprising from someone like the USA. But from what I heard of the game, Sweden pretty dominated for a lot of it. Really took them to the cleaners at some point, which I don't think people expected. I think Megan Rapinoe after the game said that the team did a lot of things wrong. So yeah, it was bound. Obviously, the USA's unbeaten streak was bound to come to an end at some point. And I think I'm right in saying that the USA have always had a tough time against Sweden. I think that's sort of like their bogey team, if you will.
Yeah.
Just the way we go on about Liverpool versus Durham being our bogey team. Don't know how many times you have to mention that.
I am so not looking forward to playing Durham this season.
No, already it's just like immediately no.
It's already like a barrier in my brain where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I assume a lot of people have that reaction when USA plays Sweden. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain. But yeah, that was just a bit of I just wanted to point that out because I just thought it was a bit of a mad scoreline. Yeah, I think it must be a lot of pressure for them though, going into big huge competitions, because you just automatically expect them to win. I think you just automatically expect them then to go on and win gold.
Yeah.
Because they've done it every other year. So you kind of expect it from this year. So yeah, it'd be interesting to keep an eye out. I'm not sure of who the next couple of games are. I want to say.
Oh, sorry.
Did he play Australia?
I think so, because New Zealand play Australia today, and they're
yeah. So I think their next game's New Zealand, and then they play Australia in the final one. So that's like they're 2 tough matchups as well. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to go and see what happens with them there.
It's interesting as well because they I don't know potentially why they didn't start Juliet or whatever.
She's been injured.
Yeah.
She's been injured and she missed the latest
training.
It wasn't a challenge cup, but it was like a whatever the injury was, whatever they're doing at the minute. I can't keep up anymore.
I know. It's tough. But in terms of her, she does a lot of the dirty work for the US that probably goes.
She does.
Noticed. And now people get noticed that
the midfield three for USA today was Sam Ewis, Lindsay Horan and Rose Lavelle. So that to me seems more attacking.
Definitely.
I think
to be fair, but definitely
she does. Yeah. But if Sam Ewis plays 9 times out of 10, it's Juliet and Sam Ewis in with someone else. So it's like you're saying there, bringing up Juliet of like, she will do that dirty work for you, you know. So who knows? I'm sure they'll bounce back. They'll go
and win it now. You know they will.
Yeah, they'll be like, we're just testing everyone, just letting you have a moment. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, I don't know if you're the same, but there's just so much sport going on. Like, it is the summer of sport. Like, I love the Olympics because I love watching all the running. That's my favourite part. And the swimming, actually. Swimming's a good time. But
love the diving.
Yeah, the track and the track and field's my favourite part. But like when you think about it, just had the Euros pre-season. I mean, we'll talk about that at the end. The women's pre-season. No idea what's going on there. But we had the Euros. The season finished. We had the Euros. We've now got the Olympics. Pre-season starts now, and then it's
the season
of the season on the 28th of 29th of August or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
Like I love it. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. But I'm also like, I need a break.
I'm also like, I don't have time to watch these things, so like I can't enjoy it.
We're in such, like, I was thinking about this the other day, and like when we were doing like the World Cup and stuff, like our lives were so different when we were doing the World Cup because we had time to do the World Cup. Like, I feel like we both would have absolutely loved to be able to do a big thing on like the Olympics and the Team GB's journey and have like a set like we did for the World Cup and everything. But if you think of like the position that we were in then versus what, like, we're both basically in like full-time jobs and doing like long hours and stuff. So it's like so weird to think how much lives have changed since like the last major tournament for like the women and stuff. Yeah,
it's even like just like filming these, like we used to have a full day dedicated to being in the office and like having it as like a day, but now we're like, I'm free for 40 minutes, shall we film tonight? Like that's the way we do it. Yeah,
tough. And like it's not I feel like I'm sat here complaining, not at all. Like we both like love it and whatever, but it's like wish we had more time.
We wish we had more time to just appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. But you know, we'll
still here,
we'll do our best.
grinding,
still going. It's fine. Yeah. We'll move away from Olympic talk then, and we'll go on to some. Would you call it transfer news? Potentially a new signing for the WSL, as you would say. Mark Skinner, who's currently the Orlando Pride head coach, has been linked with the Man United women's job in the last few days. Obviously, he used to manage Birmingham City Women. He obviously left there, went over to the NWSL, living his life in Orlando. One of my favourite places in the world, so I'm very jealous of that. But yeah, obviously United have been without a manager since Casey Stoney departed 3 months ago. I think the one thing for me is just like, I'm just surprised it's taken so long for them to sort of get the ball rolling. It's like, obviously you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. That obviously they signed a new player yesterday. They're obviously signing players. Mm-hmm. But that to me is just mad that you're signing players but you don't have a manager. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, because then who's making those decisions? You know what I mean?
There's clearly someone above who's more
involved,
in charge, would you say, than what a first team manager clearly is, and maybe that's one of the reasons why Casey Stoney left. and thought maybe I don't want to have someone else's players or whatever the issues were, because I certainly wouldn't want to if I was a manager. You want to bring the players in that you want and that you want to structure your team as. And if you've got someone above you saying sign this player and you don't want to, then that's obviously going to make life difficult for you. But yeah, thoughts on Mark Skinner? Do you reckon he'd be any good for Man United?
I think so, yeah. He's got experience within the WSL previously. I just think United need someone to come in and steady the ship a little bit. There's been a lot going on, more off the pitch than on the pitch, to be honest. I mean, I didn't really know United were having all those troubles until they all came out. I was thinking, almost in the Champions League spots last season. What's gone on? So they need someone to come in and steady the ship, someone with a bit of experience and someone who can pull players. And I think he can definitely do that. And I feel like he was linked with like the Arsenal job as well. Obviously that never
I think so.
But I think it would be good. Another high-profile manager who's been around the block a few times, been to America and done all that. So it'd be great for the league.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think he'd be really good for him to be back in the league. But then I also think he's
getting twatted by Liverpool at Prenton Park.
It's coming. But yeah, I also think he's kind of got like a good thing going on with Orlando at the minute, because obviously he went over there last year. He had several weeks before the Challenge Cup was starting. Obviously, Orlando Pride didn't play in that because the whole majority of the team tested positive before they went, so they couldn't play. So then he had a period of time where like he didn't have any matches for ages, so he couldn't really like test himself there.
Mm-hmm.
They get the time, and especially recently, the Orlando Pride's been doing really well, and they've got like a really good team going there, and it's kind of like you kind of feel like he's developed something there for that team that he's potentially going to leave to go somewhere else. And I don't know whether maybe that would be, especially for Orlando Pride, whether that would be a good thing for them. But then also, the prospect of coming back to the UK and stuff like that is obviously going to be a huge one for him. So who knows at this point what's going to happen. But yeah, like we said, we think it'd be a really good appointment for the league in general. But yeah, we shall see. Time will tell. Exactly. But yeah, like we said earlier as well, obviously pre-season is in full swing now, training-wise. Obviously, Liverpool couldn't play their game against Filed at the weekend.
Is it Filed or Clyde?
I thought it was Filed.
I think you might be right. I think I'm just being a weirdo.
Usual.
I always get confused. Carry on. Sorry.
It's fine. AFC Filed. It is. I'm sure it's Filed. Yeah, obviously that was called off due to some positive cases in and around the club, but I'm not sure when that's going to be rescheduled to. Obviously, Liverpool have mentioned that there's going to be more pre-season matches against WSL teams before the season starts. We don't have the dates for them, but you assume they're going to be soon. Yeah. I was actually saying it to Emma the other day when I was texting, and I was like, I just want to see us on the pitch now. Like, I just want to see the team on the pitch with the new players, see what kind of lineups he goes for, kind of get like an inkling of what he's going to go for next season.
The first goal. Oh,
yeah.
That'll be sick. We'll be there.
It would. Yeah, we'll be there for whatever we can, and obviously I think there'll be games on RFC TV and stuff like that, or YouTube or anything like that we can watch. But yeah, hoping for a good one. But yeah, that's everything on today's agenda. Anything else that you want to add in?
No, not really. Just happy 3 years, brother.
Yeah, happy 3 years. Good time.
Do you ever think we'll go in 3 years' time? Like 3 years?
No.
Do you not?
No, I didn't. Yeah. We're going for tea on Friday, so we can celebrate then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a cake. Did you get Colin with the fruit?
Yeah. We'll toast our waters.
Okay, we might treat ourselves to a Coke. Or a Fanta. But that's really pushing the boat out.
That's pushing the boat out there.
On the old Fanta.
If we remember, we'll post a nice little story on Instagram.
We will forget.
But we'll try our best not to.
Yes. I solemnly swear. That was weird.
Pure Hunger Games vibes, that.
Yeah.
So it's just like a hand on the Bible.
Yeah. All that jazz.
But yeah. Thank you very much for watching today's podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Remember to like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all next time with a new podcast. Keep your eyes open. There might be another interview going out on the channel over the next couple of days with one of the Liverpool players. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time with a new video.
Bye.
Bye.